Hi friends, we'll learn about background color, foreground color, about about the widgets of the Tkinter. So we'll start with one entry box. So we'll say E1 equal to tk dot is the entry box we are trying, and my w is my parent window. And here I will slightly increase the font size. Okay, let's place it in the grid. So I'm saying E1 dot grid. Now it's row equal to 0 and column equal to 1. Slightly I am not flushing with the left edge, so pad x equal to, let's say 15, and pad y from the top I am giving 5. So these are the two. Let's just run this and see how this looks. Here it is. So this is the my entry. So here what I will do, I will just close this and increase the font a bit, so it will be more clearly visible. So I am selling font 1 equal to, it's a triple I am saying, times size is say 16 and style is normal. So this I am connecting it to here. I am saying font equal to font 1. This is font is one of the option I am just given the values for that. So like that there are several other options like what should be the background, what should be the foreground, this is a font color, all these things. Now these options are by default has some values. We can also print that and see. Now let's just run this and see how this looks. Here it is slightly bigger. This is test. Now you can see while I am typing, the color of the font is black and it has a background color of white also. Let's see what by default these colors are. So for that what I will do, I will just print it to my console. So I'll say E1 now BG, this is the background color. Okay, similarly what's the front foreground color or font color, like that I can say E1 now FG. Now let me just save this and run once. Once I run this here it is. You can see what's this console here. You can see that this system window, and this is the background color, and this is the system window text is the foreground color. Now I can change these colors also. So here it is. This is the color whatever the Windows default color it has taken. But now I can change it. Now let me change the background first. BG equal to aqua. And you can use the hex value also, hex code also. I am just giving the name. Foreground is, let's say it's red. So what happened? Now I have assigned the value, so I can print it and as well I can use it. Let me just run this and see here. You can see the background color has changed and font color or foreground color is red. This is test. So the font color or the foreground color is test. And you can see, watch here also. Here it you see these two are printed because this line number 8 and 9 I am printing the values. That value has come up here. How to print all the options with its values, whatever is available with the entry. So for that, this is only background and foreground we have printed. Now let's delete these two and try to print it. So I'll say for options in E1 dot config. This E1.config gives me a dictionary of all the keys and values, where the keys are option and the values are the value for that option whatever is set. Now I will print that. So I will print let's say options. Now it's a string, so I am just giving a separator between them. Now plus some values are integers also, so directly if I'll print it there is a string addition, so there may be error. So for that I am using str and then printing the value. Value is E1. Now here I am telling options. Okay, now what will happen? Now every key, this will print the key and this will print the value. So I will have a list of key and values for that, for all the options, because it will loop through all. So here you can see I have a big list is here actually. I will just, it has scrolled up. Here is the big list. You can see all the thing. You can print out and see all the option values are printed this way. With this knowledge, let's change the background and foreground color of our entry box after some time or after some event. So for that purpose, let's just, okay, we have understood how to list it. Now we'll remove this. Now what I will do, I will create a string variable. So I am selling my str1 I am giving. So because it's associated with u1 the entry box, so I can easily remember tk dot, it is a string var. I am declaring it as a string var, and I am associating this with a, let me remove this foreground and default colors from this. I am just whatever the windows this thing, sorry, let it be default, I will not assign anything. So sorry, text variable I am associated with my str1. So this is the string variable. Now you must be knowing that every string variable has a trace method. Trace method means whenever I change or create or delete this variable, I can trigger an event. So for that purpose, let me just see my str1 dot trace. What I am using whenever it changes, w or write, means whenever this variable changes, what happens? So I am just calling it my update. One function I am calling. So my update is a function. I have yet to write that. So let me just write that def define my update. Now this function will be called once anytime the value of this string variable my str1 is changed. So my str1 dot trace. Okay. So this is there. Now if what I am saying is if my str1 dot get. So this get means the value I am getting. Now that let me just monitor the length of this. How many texts are entered by the user? So for that I am saying len. Len means length of that one. So length. Now my str get will give me the whatever text I am entering in the entry box. Then I am calculating the length of it. If that length is greater than 10 suppose, then what it should do? Then it should, let's say it should change the background color. So for that I am selling e1 dot config. What I am configuring is vg equal to background is, let's say I will change the background to red. Okay, and one more thing also I'll do. I will change the foreground also. e1 dot config. Now fg to foreground to green. Now this will happen only when the data entered in the entry box exceed the length 10. Okay, we'll just see that. Run this. I am running this and see what happens. Here it is. So this is the default one. I am just keeping by the side so you can compare with the code. So I am telling this. Sorry, I missed some arguments. I had to pass it here. I have to %args. Okay, so now the variables will pass. Now I have to run it again. I will fine. Now let me just, this is a testing. What happens now? Moment I exit, you can see the 10th character exits. I exit 10th character. The background became red and the foreground became green. So if I'll delete this, nothing will change because we have not written the else condition. So what we will do, we'll write one else condition here. We'll say else. This is just functional, there is nothing to do with the script. This is just to understand what happened. e1 dot config. Now I am selling another. I'll change the again bg, this background to white. I am bringing it back, and e1 dot again config, then foreground, sorry, fg equal to black. So this is what I am doing. Now let's just run this and see what happens. Yeah, here it is. This is a test. Okay, now red and green, you can see here. Yeah, red and green. Now I am just deleting this. See what happens. Moment it falls below the 10, the else part works. So the else part make it white again and the black. This is how actually we can control the various options. In fact, you can use, there is an option which gives the state. You can disable, enable or normal. So you can say moment it exceeds 10, it should be disabled or you should not able to enter anything. So suppose you are entering on the pin code or zip code, you don't want it people to enter that more text there, so it is limited text. So there you can assign that moment it exceeds some 7 digit or 5 digit, you can disable it, so no more entry is allowed. So those sort of conditions you can do. That's all. There is no end to it. You can have various other options. You can configure it, you can design it, and based on your requirement and validations can be done. That's all. We thought this will be useful to you, and it is not only for the entry, for other widgets also you can use that. And thank you for watching, and if you have any idea or suggestion or something to change on this particular script and how to develop some other application, post your comments, views in the comment section below, and request you please subscribe and press the bell icon so you'll be notified as and when we post new videos. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel.